Yo, what's going on, everyone? We're back. I'm here bringing another NBA 2K video. In today's video, we are going to be doing my mock draft. So we are going to be doing a mock draft that I think the NBA draft is about to happen. The NBA draft is in 2 days. It's literally this upcoming Wednesday. I believe it's Wednesday. What's today's date? The 16th. Yeah, so it is Wednesday. And let me know down in the comment section if you are excited for the draft mix. I'm really excited for the Spurs draft. And with the first pick here, we did put the correct order. Draft summary. I had to trade the picks away to get the draft in the correct order. We're only doing the first 15 picks because I feel like that's where you don't really hit after. You could hit, but I just feel like it's the first 15 is the way to go. So with the first pick in the draft, I feel like the Minnesota Timberwolves, they have their point guard D'Angelo Russell. They have their center in Karl Anthony Towns. They have some playmakers out there, man. But I feel like they go with the safe pick here and they go with Anthony Edwards. He is a shooting guard that can score the ball, shoot, dribble. He can pretty much do everything that you want. He's just an undersized shooting guard. He's kind of like that Avery Bradley mode where he is I think I gotta switch teams. No, I get to do every team. So he is that kind of Avery Bradley where he's an undersized shooting guard, but he can defend, he can shoot, he can dribble. He just has, I don't know, man. We just gotta see if he actually can live up to the expectations. The next pick is the Warriors, man. And right here, there's been rumors that the Warriors will trade the pick. The Warriors will move on from the pick, or they'll take James Wiseman. They'll take the Melo Ball. And right here, in my books, like in my personal preferences, I feel like they honestly go with James Wiseman. There's also been rumors where they trade the pick for Miles Turner, but I feel like if you go with James Wiseman here, it's the perfect fit. You get a center that can shoot the three ball. You get a center that can. His ceiling is Dirk Nowitzki. Is it really? I don't think so. But you get a power forward / center that you can play small ball with. He is 7'1", but he's one of those centers that's 7'1", but he's like lengthy or whatever. But James Wiseman can shoot the three ball. He can shoot the mid range. He has good rebounding, good block shots. Like if you look at you can't look at his attributes, but like if you look at what he averaged just in the game, he averaged 32, 8, 2 blocks a game, 50, 40, 50, 85. That's not bad, man. I feel like James Wiseman would be the perfect fit for the Golden State Warriors, and that's why they do select James Wiseman here. Unless they don't want to wait for him to develop and they go with someone that's already developed, like a Miles Turner. But I just don't feel like Miles Turner is in that stage of like, I feel like James Wiseman will be better than Miles Turner in the long run. And with this pick, it's a no-brainer that the Charlotte Hornets go with the LaMelo Ball here. You go with the best player that's left available. So out of the top three, you go with LaMelo Ball here. LaMelo Ball has struggled to shoot. Everyone's saying like LaMelo Ball is a great shooter, but overseas or whatever, he was shooting like 17%. But LaMelo Ball has been struggling to shooting, but he can shoot the ball. He's a 6'7" point guard that can play make very well. He's fast. He's athletic. He's what you want in a point guard, man. And right now, Charlotte needs pretty much everything. So you go with this pick unless someone offers you like a good trade for it. And the Chicago Bulls, man. All right, so we're here in Chicago. They drafted Kobe White last year. They have Zach LaVine. The small forward is Otto Porter. They got Laurie, and they got the center. Wow, it just slipped my mind. They have their center, man. I forgot his name. Wow, it kind of makes me like you're thinking about what his name is. And right now, I feel like with their pick, they would go with Dina Avenjanita. I can't even say his name, man. I feel like they go with the guy from overseas. This guy from overseas has been compared to Luka. He's been compared to a lot of people, man. And I think with him overseas, he is 6'9", a 6'9" small forward that has great playmaking ability. He's a good defender, can rebound very well. His ceiling is James Johnson, but I feel like I'll put him more towards a kind of. I feel like I'll put him more towards the Paul George, where he's a good playmaker, defender, can shoot. They say his defense is a D, but if you go look at his highlights, the dude can defend. I feel like the Chicago Bulls will go with this pick right here. He's a good overseas player that just balls overseas, and that's what Chicago does. And their center is Wendell Carter Jr. It just hit me with Wendell Carter Jr. Because I feel like Otto Porter in the last year of his deal also, and he's making $28 million a year, and he did accept the player option. So after that, y'all know what's gonna happen, man. So we're here in Cleveland, and Cleveland's very interesting, man, because you drafted 2 point guards the past 2 years. You drafted Colin Sexton, and you drafted oh my god, Oh, it's like I be doing so many rebuilds and I be just forgetting people's names, man. Let me look. Let me just see real quick. Like I really forgot the dude's name, man. His name was um. Come on, man. Come on. Darius Garland. Like I don't know how it's going to mine. So they drafted Colin Sexton and Darius Garland last year, and their small forward position is kind of iffy. They do have Drummond and Love, and with Dina just getting drafted and Kevin Love, you don't know if you're going to keep him or trade him. You don't know what's really going to happen. I feel like the pick would be Obi for the. I feel like they would go with Obi here for the Cleveland Cavaliers. He's a 6'9" power forward. In my books, I've compared him to Amari Stoudemire. They compare him to AC Green. I feel like he's a really good. He's an athletic freak, man. He's a good lob city player. He can rebound. He's good at pick and rolls. His mid range is a bit iffy right now. I feel like I haven't really watched much of him play, but according to this, his mid range is a C. But I feel like he can improve on his mid range, and he has potential to be like an Amari Stoudemire. And I feel like that's why they go with Obi here, just because of his potential is so high. And with the Atlanta Hawks do have Trae Young already. So with the Hawks, they got Trae Young. They have their star point guard. They have their star power forward and John Collins. Unless they try to trade him, I've heard rumors that this pick could be moved for Drew Holiday and some such and such. They could be trading the pick to the Spurs for DeMar DeRozan, but we don't know what's gonna happen. And we're not doing any trades in these either. So right here with this pick, they do have, like I said, they already have John Collins. They already have Trae Young. They have Cam Reddish that they did draft. And they have Kevin Huerter who's there. Kevin Huerter is kind of up in the air. He hasn't really lived up to his potential. But with this pick, it's like a no-brainer. They take Double O from USC, man. He's one of the best players in this draft. I feel like I really would like the Spurs to get him, but he has a great mid-range. He's a defender that could guard 1 through 5 if you need him to. I wouldn't say 1 through 5, but he's a good like switch defender if he gets switched on in pick and rolls. They have him as Dwayne Dedmon, but I really feel like this is a taller version of Draymond Green, man. He can just switch on good pick and rolls. He's a good screener. He averaged 15 points, 13 rebounds. He averaged 2 assists, 2 blocks, 1 steal. 51% from the field, and he has been shooting threes. I've seen his highlights, and he does shoot some threes sometimes. And I feel like the Hawks will go with him. They do need a center, and this could be. They do have Clint Capella, actually. I forgot they had Clint Capella, but they could go with him. As Clint Capella's on the last year of his deal, and Clint Capella could potentially be replaceable by him. And now we come to Detroit, man. Detroit has, in the last couple years, they've been messing up. They've been drafting all-star players, but they've been trading them. I believe they drafted Donovan Mitchell, and they traded him to Denver. And then Denver drafted Donovan Mitchell. My bad. Denver drafted Donovan. They drafted Rudy Gobert, the Pistons, and they traded Rudy Gobert. So right here, Detroit needs everything, man. Like they have Blake Griffin, they have Derrick Rose, but how long are they going to be there for? They just traded Bruce Brown, which I wouldn't have traded Bruce Brown. And I believe they go point guard here. They do need a playmaker, and I believe they go Tyrese. I don't know how to say his last name. Halliburton. I believe that's how I say it, Halliburton. Tyrese Halliburton, a 6'5" point guard out of Iowa. He's been rising up people's draft boards. He's a good playmaker, man. He is kind of iffy on the defensive side. He does need to improve on his defense. But I think that's the pick that go. Detroit needs a playmaker. And then we go to New York, man. The Knicks need pretty much everything just like Detroit, but the Knicks want that player that's going to rise out and get them what they need now. Like they want a player that's going to attract other players to New York. And so with this pick, that's why I believe they go with I really think they go with, where is he at? It's like hard because you go with Devin Vassell. He's a good two-way player, good shooter, he's a good shooter, good defender, but his playmaking isn't really that good. But they do have RJ Barrett, and with Devin Vassell, you could potentially play him at small forward. RJ Barrett is there, or I was thinking more of a Cole Anthony role. They do need a point guard, and I believe Cole Anthony would be their pick, man, over Devin Vassell, just because Cole Anthony, he's more of a well-known prospect, more of a well-known player, and I think he's definitely a better playmaker. Not as good as a defender, not as good as a shooter, but he's a better driver, better facilitator for the team. And next, we're on the Washington Wizards right here, where for the Wizards, I really do think they end up taking. They do need a small forward, and that's when I feel like they need a power forward also. And That's where I feel like they go with Shaq Bay, Shadiq Bay. They do need a power forward, honestly, because their power forward right now is Davis Bertans, who's a stretch big who had a very good year. I know the Spurs regret making that deal, but are they going to re-sign him? You don't know if they're going to re-sign him or not. You don't know what's going to happen. So, just for security, they do go with Shaq Bay here. He's a good rebounder, good defender. He can't shoot the three ball, but he's a really what do you call it? A solid player here. Where I don't think he's a missed prospect. He's like one of the prospects that he's going to be good. He's not a hit or a miss prospect, but he's not going to shine like day one and do everything. And so right here we're on pick 11 with the Phoenix Suns. And for pick 11, we're on pick 10 for the Suns, my bad. And so for pick 10 with the Suns, I believe, because they just got Chris Paul too, man. So they honestly just did get Chris Paul. And with having Chris Paul, Devin Booker, they're rumored to get Gallinari at the power forward position. They still have Bridges, and they still have the other Cam Johnson. And so right here, they potentially do need a small forward. And that's why I believe they either go with Patrick Williams or Devin Vessel here. And I believe they're leaning more towards Patrick Williams here. And with Patrick Williams, you do get a small forward that is 6'7", that can defend. He can play make. He's just not that good of a shooter yet. And with time to come, with all the coaches to help him, he could become a better shooter. I kind of compared him to coming out the draft to a Kawhi Leonard type of player. But Kawhi Leonard wasn't that good of a playmaker. Kawhi coming out was more of just like a kind of Tony Allen, where he would just slash to the rim and defend. And the Spurs are on the clock, man. And the Spurs, there's been rumors they want to trade up. There's been all these rumors that they've been bringing people in. And there has been that they would like Jalen Smith here. They brought Jalen in for a private workout, and they brought Patrick Williams, who just got drafted in. But I believe the Spurs go with Devin Vessel here. Like I said, he's a good two-way shooter. He can defend. He can shoot. The only problem is that the Spurs are so guard heavy that he might have to play the small forward position, because you got DeJounte Murray, you got Derek White, you have Lonnie Walker, Keldon Johnson, you have all these guards, Patty Mills, DeMar DeRozan. So he might have to play some more small forward position, which isn't too bad, but he's only 6'5". But I feel like getting a two-way sharp, that means you can let Brent Forbes go, or you can let Marco Bellinelli go. You gotta let one of them go. And they'll let Marco Bellinelli go. So we're on the Sacramento Kings, man. And the Sacramento Kings have De'Aaron Fox, Buddy Hield, Harrison Barnes, Marvin Bagley. And right here, man, I really feel like they do need a center. And with the center position, there's not really that many good centers in this draft, I feel like. And so with my pick, I feel like they would go with Sammy White here. Sammy White's a 7'1" center out of South Florida. You can't really tell. I can't really say much about Sammy White because I've never really seen Sammy White play. But let's see, man. He dominates in the low post and defense, very consistent rebounder. So, you just get a center. They're probably going center at some point, but I just don't really know much about, like I said, Sammy White here. And the center seems about their weakest position as of right now. They did have Rashawn Holmes, but you don't know if he's going to come back or what. So with these last couple picks, man, I'm just going to say who I think. I think the Pelicans right here, it's a no-brainer. They go Jalen Smith. Jalen Smith can play the center position, can play power forward. He's 6'10". He can potentially move Zion to small forward. You get Jalen Smith, another high athletic player that can shoot the ball, dribble, defend. And then you have a good lineup of, you have your young core, man. You have Lonzo Ball. Say Drew Holiday stays or not. I don't know, man. Maybe Drew Holiday gets traded. You have Lonzo Ball, Drew Holiday, Brandon Ingram, Zion, and then Jalen Smith could play on there if Jackson Hayes isn't up to par yet. Or you can go kind of a big, small lineup where you have Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, Zion, Jalen Smith, and Jackson Hayes playing at the same time. So it just really doesn't know. And now we're on the Celtics, man. With this 14th pick, the Celtics, they could trade up, they could not. But the Celtics don't really need anything, so I feel like they go with the best player available in this draft. And with that being said, Keelan Hayes is still here. He has fallen. I do, maybe the Knicks take Keelan Hayes. I didn't think Keelan Hayes will fall this far, but maybe that's it. The Keelan Hayes falls to the Celtics and they end up taking him, and they end up getting their point guard to replace Kimbo when he ends up leaving or retiring or something. And then with the last pick, we are doing pick 15 here with the Orlando Magic. And with this pick, the Orlando Magic are going to be taking none other than, where's he at? I really think they go RJ Hampton here. They do need a point guard. They do have Fultz, but with who backs up Fultz, no one really backs up Fultz. They look for the backup position that they need. They do have Evan Fournier, Aaron Gordon, and then they do have Vucevic still. They still have a lot of good players, but they still need that backup player, I feel like. And honestly, with the Magic, they are one of those teams that you just don't know what they're going to do, because there has been rumors they want to trade Aaron Gordon to move up in the lottery to like pick 5 or 6. But let me know what y'all think about this draft, man. Let me know down in the comment section what y'all think of how y'all's team are going to draft and who y'all want y'all's team to draft. And I'll catch y'all guys next time. Peace.